And so, it's not uncommon to find, as Africans who are capable and dexterous, who are talented and educated, to move to parts of the world where our talent can truly be extracted, exploited, for us to do better for our own selves in our own generation. But I would like to think that there is a different question for our generation here today. And the question is this: do we have the courage of our forefathers? I think that's the fundamental question. I was sat in conversation about a week ago with a young lady that I mentor, and she's begun to get some acclaim. She runs a business and she's doing exceptionally well. And she's beginning, Pastor Podu, to get some acclaim. She's being recognized by people. She's being invited to do interviews. And one of the things that's happening as she's getting the acclaim is she's also getting the criticism. Now, there is no preparatory school for how to deal with criticism. There just isn't. And so often what happens is, as you rise to the natural place to which you have been called, as the fire of criticism descends upon you, if you, like me, have any semblance of self-introspection, often you believe that the criticism must be true, must be valid, must be well placed, and then therefore you internalize that and you dim your light. Imagine the cowards we must be to be born of forefathers who liberated our continent from colonizers, only for you and I to be broken down by a tweet. It needs to bring together leaders in various spheres and various spaces who are at the frontier of what it's going to take to truly take our continent to next, whatever next might be, and have them in a single platform sharing ideas about what next looks like. In my world, I spend an awful lot of time looking for investment arbitrage, an awful lot of time looking for the ability to buy X and sell at Y in a particular time period, and make sure that my risk, what we would call in finance your risk adjusted for the cost of taking that risk, makes sure that you earn a return that is commensurate to what the investors are looking for. And often one of the things we do as investment professionals is, where we might lack the opportunity to find a true, a meaningful arbitrage, is we will invent it just by purely looking at the various countries and citizens and the natures of those countries and where there might be an underweighting one asset class of another. That is to say, rather than meaningfully creating and adding value, we're skimming off the top of the cappuccino and milking the froth. And every time you do, the investors are simply asking the question, is there froth, rather than, have you made a fresh cup of cappuccino? So in this moment then, and in this season, it's important that we unite, that we truly pull each other towards each other. I will say it here. I will unite with any man and woman to do right. I will unite with nobody to do wrong. Amongst our greatest naiveties, I think, is that we presuppose that in the world of good and evil, it exists a little bit like it does in the superhero movies. It's how we approach the world. There's a bad scenario and superhero flies in and saves things. And then forever and a day, things will be better after that. Reality does not mirror that expectation. In reality, most people are complex. Most societies are complex. The challenge for us is whether or not we individually can be a force for good, a true force for greatness.